Hello students, welcome back to the video series of Python programming. I am your instructor Shweta Yagnik, Assistant Professor at LG Institute of Engineering and Technology. So the agenda for today's video session is to learn function, variable, scope and lifetime. And further we are going to see how the global variable can be accessed within a function. So without wasting much time, let's begin with our agenda. So the first topic is scope and lifetime of variable. What is scope of a variable? The portion of a program where the variable is recognized is called a scope. Local scope and global scope. Okay, firstly we are talking about local scope. The parameters and variables which is declared inside a function are having local scope. That means they are accessible inside a function only. Now next is lifetime. Now what is the lifetime of a variable? The period throughout which the variable exists inside a memory is called lifetime. Okay, now these two are interview question. Often student gets confused in between these two terms, scope and lifetime. So scope relates to accessibility and lifetime is existence inside a memory. So further, the lifetime of a variable inside a function is as long as the function executes. As soon as we come out of the function, here the scope as well as lifetime of the function gets expired. So can you remember the static variable in with reference to C? In C we used to define some of the variable as static. When we want to have a variable which retains its value in between function call, we used to declare those variable as a static variable. So in that case, can you imagine what will be the lifetime of variable? Yes, even if we are out of the function, the static variable are alive. That means they are exist inside a memory. So that is what in case of C. But here, what is here in Python, that we are going to explore, okay, shortly. But just try to get the idea what is lifetime. That means the variable retains inside a memory, and scope means accessibility. So here we are going to define one function where we are having a function modify and one local variable x equal to 10, and how we can pass a variable inside a function that we are going to see. So here I am defining one function, def. Modify is the name of the function and parameter that I am passing is x, and after the round bracket gets over we will make a colon, then a tab to identify to make a block, that means indentation. Here I am assigning value x equal to 10 and print inside function value is this, okay, and here I am printing x. Now I am coming out of the function and declaring one variable and assigning value 5. Now I want to modify this this variable's value, so I am passing it to my function because my function is to modify the variable which is passed within it. So here I will check whether my function is doing whatever I am expecting or not. So here I am printing outside of function value is this, and here I am printing y, right? So let us understand whether it is executing as per my need or not. So I am executing that function. Inside function value is 10, okay. So here, okay, so what is happening over here? Inside function the value is 10 because I have assigned value 10 to x, and outside function value is 5. So surprisingly, okay, it has not changed the value of y. So why it is happening like this? Okay, let us understand the code. Here what is happening? We have assigned value 5 to y, then we have passed that value to the modify function. Now that value is assigned over here, that means 5 is assigned to x, okay. Here we are passing a value, so then we have modified the value of x to 10 and we are printing. So here perfectly it is fine, it is giving me value 10. But when I come out of the function and if I am expecting here that value of y should be changed, whether it is why it is not giving me the result, okay, that is what we are supposed to explore, whether the function is the parameter over here we are passing is passed by value or passed by reference. I hope these two buzzing words comes into your mind when we were dealing with C. In C we have this theory, pass by value and pass by reference. So it is time to recall that value. This picture shows the pass by value concept, okay, in C. Fine. So what is happening over here? I am defining one function that is written over here. The name of the function is add and it is accepting one argument called integer n, okay, and it is incrementing it by 10. Now if we explore what is happening in main, here we can see we are having one variable called num, value is 10, okay, and here is the memory, okay, with reference to memory what is happening. So num is having value 10 and it is stored at the memory location 1000. Now when we make a function call over here, that is this line add and num, we are passing value of num, okay, that is 10. That 10 is assigned to n. So here it comes the memory portion of n. So if we explore over here, n is stored at memory 2000, which is different from the num. Num was having memory 1000 and n is at memory location 2000, but n is storing which value, which is assigned by num, that is 10. So both are having same value but both are stored at different memory location. Okay, so whatever you are doing over here in the function with n is happening at memory location 2000 but not at 1000. So when you come back from here to the original main, no change will be done at n because the memory location where the function is working is at 2000 and here at main when we return back we expect the change at memory location 1000, which is not possible. So this is the pass by value, not by reference. So now in next slide we can see that pass by reference. Okay, so here pointer comes into picture. So what is happening here? Also I am having the same similar kind of function. The only change is that now my add is accepting pointer. That means it can store a memory reference or address of some another variable. Here also I am having num. It is stored at 1000 memory location. I am calling the function, but here instead of passing the value I am passing the memory reference of num. So n is able to store its reference. Here I hope you remember the definition of pointer. That means the pointer can store the memory address of another variable. So here n is our pointer and it is storing the address of num, that is 1000. But n is stored at, n is given which memory location? 2000. So its memory is different but it is storing address of another memory location. Whatever you are doing changes at n will be reflected at 2000 because it is pointing to same memory location. Over here you can see this here, right? So here you can see that n and num both are pointing to same memory. So whatever change, either you make it with n or num, both are reflecting each other. So after incrementing num, if you print value of n, it will be incremented. So this is the pass by reference. So now we have recalled what is pass by value and pass by reference. Now what happens actually in Python, okay, whether it is pass by value or pass by reference. So we have recalled one concept, that is in case of pass by reference the memory addresses are same, the passed value as well as the value within the function. Okay, so we will check with the help of id function that gives us memory location, fine, whether it is passed by value or passed by reference. So here before actually passing the value of y, what I am doing, I am checking the id of y. Okay, so here I am making a call and printing the value. So address of y, here I am writing this message, and here as soon as we reach into the function I am writing similar message, print address of x in function before modification, right, so that we can have clear cut idea where we are printing which value. Here I should write id of x. That's perfectly okay to clarify whether the same memory address is passed or not. If it is same memory address, we can get clear-cut idea it is passed by reference. So let's run the code and see whether it is giving me the same location or not. See here, what is the memory location of x as well as what is the memory location of y. So here the memory location of y is this, and before modification it is this. That means the address of y is passed. Okay, so x and y both are referring to same memory location. If they are referring to same memory location, then whatever changes we are making into x within the function, it should reflect outside of the function. That means because at same memory location, if we are making any change, that change should be reflected outside of the function as well. Okay, but it is not happening. Okay, you can see here in the previous output, before modification, okay, inside the function we have made x10, and as soon as we are coming outside of the function, y's value is not modified. That means they are not working on the same memory location. So then what is actually happening? So let us explore it. Here I am just making one more change. After this, I just also want to print that what is happening here. So after making a change to x, I want now here it should give after modification. Okay, so here I want to check before modification of x what is the address, and after modification of x, that means after assigning 10 to x, what is the memory location of x. Now let's check, rerun the code. So now here again we are going to observe closely what is happening with respect to memory. So this is the address of y, the same is passed to the function. Just carefully read all the messages properly. This is the first line of the function, okay, before modification, and this is the memory address after modification. So what is happening after modification? The memory address suddenly changes. What has happened? Okay, now we need to recall the concept of mutable and immutable. I hope you remember this concept we have declared when we have discussed different data types of the Python. The integer, string and tuple are immutable data types. That means once you have declared, okay, once you have assigned some variable, once you have assigned some value to it, you cannot change it. And mutable data types are list, okay, one of the data types are list, dictionary, okay, that you can change. So here we have passed integer to the function. That means we have passed immutable data type, and if you are modifying it, okay, it will be assigned a new memory location. It cannot change the same memory location. So exactly this thing is happening over here. So in Python, we don't have anything specific to mutable or immutable. We don't have anything pass by value or pass by reference. But if you are passing any immutable value, it will be similar as pass by value, because you cannot change it. Okay, and if you are passing into function mutable data types like list, okay, whatever changes you are making within the function will be reflected when you come out of the function. So that's what we are going to see over here, and we are experimenting with list data type, that is mutable. So in this code I am going to change this x as a list, that is mutable data type that I want to experiment with. Here also list. Instead of changing the whole list, what I want, I will change a specific location of the list, that is location number 1. You may take any, but I'll be changing location number 1 to the value 10. Now address of here I should be writing list, and here also, because now we are dealing with list, not the integer. So here also list comes, and here instead of just displaying, or you may display the whole list, okay, here I am taking, say, my underscore list. Deliberately I am taking different name, but you may take same name and experiment this same things that we are going over here. It has nothing to do with name of the variable, whatever you may pass. Okay, so you may take list, same name as of the formal parameter, or you may take another variable name. Okay, and here I am declaring one list. The values are 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, the id of the list is, after modification, means here I need to pass my list. Here also I am supposed to give proper name, my list. Okay, and here I am just checking whether it has affected, whether it has changed the value or not. Okay, so let's save it and execute the code. Okay, I have made some mistake. Let us check. Okay, so my name of the variable is something different and I am accessing something else. Here also I need to check little bit, I need to make little bit change, because I want to now refer list, not the y. So I hope you have got here, instead of here I have made my name of the variable correct. Okay, so now execute the code and see. Okay, so here in line number 10 also I am supposed to change my variable name. Okay, now I have saved the program. Hopefully it will run this time without giving any error. So now we are here with the results, whether it is changing the value or not. Okay, so address of my list is this, address of list function before modification is this, and address of list after modification is this. And within a function we have made change into index 1, that is second element. And when we come out of the function, it is reflecting the change. That means if we have passed the list, okay, that is mutable data type, we can see it is behaving the same manner as if we have passed it by reference. So here in Python we don't need to pass anything by value or by reference, but you need to remember one thing, that is the variable that is passed are mutable or immutable. Okay, so I hope this clarifies the idea. So now let us understand what is global variable. There is something different in Python in order to access global variable inside a function. So first of all we are seeing what is local variable, how it is to be accessed, okay, whether it is accessible outside of the function or not, and how to access a global variable. Fine, so we are going to explore that practically. So here I am writing one function, my function say, and here I am declaring one variable, I forgot colon. Now I am declaring one variable x equal to 10. Okay, print the value. Okay, here I am writing this. So that's it for, sorry, it is auto correcting. Now that's it for the function body. Now I am making a call to the function, that is my function. I am making a call. Now here let us explore and execute and see what is happening over here. So it is perfectly giving me the result which is there inside a function. But now if I want to print this same line over here, if I am expecting the value, if I try to access the value of x outside of the function, it should allow me or not? It will not, because okay, here I am making one mistake. So which error it is giving? The name error, that means x is not defined, because we are trying to access x, which is local variable to function, okay, outside of the function. We cannot access the local variable outside of the function because the scope of the local variable is within the function only. Okay, so this is the example where it clarifies the local variable cannot be accessed outside. Now if I make a little bit change, now if I am trying over here to declare one global variable, okay, the name is same, or yeah, I am keeping the name same, and here I am declaring it with 5. and for a while I am just commenting it out so that I can verify whether I can access the global variable within the function or not, or do I need to have some special treatment to the global variable in order to access it. Okay, let us execute it and see. So what it is giving, yes, in both the cases, within the function as well as outside of the function, it is giving me 5 because both are referring to the global variable, that is x. But now if I want to have a variable within a function having same name as of the global variable, can we have that? Means I want to uncomment this line. Is it possible to create a variable and both are having same name? Yes, it is possible. Okay, it will not give you any syntactical error because the variable scope is different. Here the scope is function and here the scope is global. So within two different scopes you can have a variable with same name. But if I am able to get the global variable value of the global variable, or here I'll be having the value of local variable, that we are going to see. So if I re-execute the code, I will see that value of x 10, okay, and value of x 5. So what is the result here? If we can see that the value of x that is within the function, it is giving me 10, okay, that means preference is given to the local variable when the names are same. And when we come out of the function, the value of x, that means the second line, is referring to the global variable. Okay, now I hope you have got, if the function is having name same as of global variable, the priority will be given to, the preference will be given to the local variable. Okay, but now if I want to access global variable, and here my intention is to change the global variable, okay, not the local one. I don't want to create one more local variable, but I want to update into the global variable. So for that we are having one special keyword to be used. Here if I want to refer to global variable, I need to use keyword global and I need to check it here. Okay, so this line will tell to Python, hey Python, here my intention is to refer to the global variable, do not create one more variable. So what is your guess? This line should be printing now what value? 10, okay, and here also it should print 10 because now we have made change to the global variable. Okay, we are no more referring to local variable over here. So whatever change has been made by function will reflect everywhere. So let us check that. We have saved the program and now let us go back. So the value has been updated by the function globally. Okay. So that's it for this session. I hope you have enjoyed learning scope and lifetime of the variable, and also impact of passing mutable and immutable data types inside a function. We have also covered global variable accessing inside a function. If you are having any doubt, you can contact me or write in a comment section. I will try to get back to you very soon. Okay, see you soon in next video session. Till then, happy learning.